welcome to today's Daily Dominion, which has quite a bit of stuff. So there's no buy, but there's a lot of gaining, like a lot of gaining. And some of it's quite synergistic. So Ironworks gives you these bonuses depending on what you gain, which works well with Island. When you gain an island with Ironworks, you get plus card, plus action. Procession plays a card twice, then trashes it, and you gain a card costing exactly one more. You'll note through the 4s, even up to the 6s, there's a nice chain of prices. We can't start with the 3s because they're durations, but anyway, on the 4s and up, there's a nice chain of things you can gain off of anything you're playing with Procession. There's Catacombs here, which has a win trashed bonus, so that if you Procession a Catacombs, you'll gain an Artisan, and you'll be able to replace, you'll be able to gain a Procession or an Ironworks off the Catacombs. Falconer triggers off island gains here. Falconer is a bit of a hard sell, I think, for me, but it's not crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. There may be something there at some point. Laboratory is just a nice draw. Patrol will probably not be gained. It's just competing with Catacombs here in a super unfavorable way. Giron's gonna be nice for getting the stuff connected because we don't have like a village, and then Secret Cave may not matter, but it may help us activate the heirloom it has, which is Magic Lamp. So at some point you can get a big turn here and just empty the piles, lickety split, and also score a decent amount if it works out correctly. So our goal here is going to be twofold. The first is maybe not the first, but one of the goals is to activate Magic Lamp. So we're going to need like gear, Ironworks, Secret Cave, silver, something like that. Maybe a Catacombs. And then, or a lab would be reasonably good for that. And then we're going to try and have a few Processions and Catacombs and an Ironworks. We don't need a lot of anything. We just need to start with Procession, and be close to drawing our deck. And if we do that, we should get a nice big turn that hopefully piles out some of the islands and maybe gets enough duchies to overcome whatever points the AI has accumulated up to that point. We'll see. Have to play it a little bit by ear, but I'm going to open Ironworks gear. Avoid is also going to be pretty nice for both of those goals potentially at some point. Maybe a big okay, they've bought gear. Goodbye. So we can set 2 things aside here. I guess there's like a world. How many? You need 6. We'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we just have 5. Because the island doesn't actually help us activate the Magic Lamp. We don't really need. I mean, we could avoid. I guess we could set aside the 1 estate and then do an avoid buy, which maybe is nice. Or just buy a lab, which is also pretty nice. The next hand, we're going to see 1 card of the shuffle. Maybe we need an avoid. How many? You get to do 3? 3 is a lot. I think I'm going to try that. So what I'm going to do is avoid. Sewers is like possible at some point, but not a huge deal. By the time you're trashing cards, you actually are just like, the game is over, so. This should be avoid. Probably secret cave. We're gonna toss the coppers. Okay, we didn't find anything particularly nice there, but that's all right. We could avoid again. We didn't get to finding the island would have been nice. I probably, well, I don't know. It was okay. They have a falconer now, which is all right. What do we want? Trying to figure out how we do these lamps. It's part of what I'm trying to figure out here. We don't have 4. If we had 4, we could double avoid, which would maybe be nice. 1, 2, 3. Still don't really have the. That maybe should have been. Yeah, that's a little annoying. Okay. There's also processioning the islands, which is kind of good. I don't need, well, if I'm buying a procession, I do. Otherwise, I don't really need to set aside the estate, because there's going to be an estate down in here. But if I want to buy a procession, then there's some value still. Otherwise, I could have gotten a lab. Okay, so this is going to be a double avoid. And we're just going to toss. Maybe just the coppers. Goal here is to hit the lamp activation. I guess we're gonna end up tossing all the junk. We could, well, we don't want to toss all the coppers, right? What is the last card? How do I get back to whatever? Okay, so I just tossed 2 coppers. The last card is a copper, so we don't need these. We might want to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have potentially 7. So we could procession the ironworks. That would actually be safe. As long as we drew enough of the other stuff. Okay, so we get a pretty bad draw. As far as that all goes. This is not at all what we want to see. Let's do this. We're unfortunately not really speeding off here. But that's okay. I'm gonna avoid again. We just need to not have some of this stuff in here. We're losing the silver. Eesh, I say. This is all a bit wonky. Okay, they have golds. They're gonna start provincing. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we do have. Well, the procession's not gonna be for the Well, we can at least play the secret cave, see what we're working on. Okay, so that changes things a little bit. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we can just ironworks. We don't need the coppers anymore. So we can ironworks again for an island here. Procession this guy. Set aside 2 things. We can get a laboratory. Or a, well, lab is sort of the, we can get the rest off wishes, so. Or we can see what we need to get off wishes, rather. We're getting close. We're getting close. We're gonna need more processions and more more of everything. But we're getting closer. Yeah, unfortunately, it's probably going to start buying provinces, but that's okay. What turn are we on? Yeah, I feel like we could have gone a little faster here, but that's okay. I keep saying that's okay, but that's what I say. This is a really interesting board. I'm actually, it's fun. So we have reduced the junk quite a bit. I'm trying to think if we can afford to just take a 4 rather than trying to try to avoid. It's probably better to do the avoid, though, quite honestly. We're gonna be close, though. Let's keep that. Let's just do those. Oh, there were 2 coppers. That was okay. Yeah, that wasn't ideal, but that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna get procession ironworks here. Just replace it, and then we'll get another. I mean, again, it doesn't have to be a lab. It could be a catacombs or something else, but there's something to be said here for just setting aside the wishes. And maybe next turn we just run with it. On the other hand, we can get another gain out of this. What did the AI do on their turn? Just a lab card. I mean, we could set aside Wish Copper. Actually, why wouldn't we just... The only way this makes sense is if we get an Ironworks, which isn't bad. Because we do want to go ahead and play the island. We Ironworks for procession. Set this aside and buys. Okay, so now we're in the realm of the 3 pile. What they call it. I don't know. But one of these has to be a catacombs. And then we probably need to go ahead and do the gain from the other one. This should 3-pile. Maybe it should be another catacombs. Okay, we want those. And how many processions? Like 3. We want those, sure. Okay. So that's the first. We trash the catacombs, we gain this, then we gain an artisan. So we're gonna procession. We're gonna play. One, two, three. We have 3. Can do. Maybe we do want a falconer at some point here. We certainly have extra draw. So we need a procession. We would, well, ideally we'd like as many processions as possible to start this chain. We can replace the rest with ironworks. Or we can get them from the other stuff. There's so much gaining here. This would be, I mean, this is a trivial 3-pile. We'll just get another ironworks. We should get enough money to buy a province at the end. I'm just doing the islands just for the, I don't know what purpose, but maybe I should wait. Get, how many estates can we get? Quite a few. We're gonna save this last falconer play for I guess we're gonna do these now. Sure, why not? We can get 4 duchies, 2 estates. We could try to draw another artisan, I guess. I don't know if there's another. There should be 1 more in there. No, 2 more. We don't really have plus action anymore. We can just see if we draw an artisan. Well, we did, but it's too late now. So we did a 4 pile, probably like a 6 or 7 pile is possible. Well, it depends on what you start with a little bit. But you would expect 5. Yeah, I would think 6 or 7 is within reach here. But there you go. That's the gain engine. It basically does nothing until it empties everything, which is fun. The AI hadn't activated LAMP, but you know, would have been okay at buying provinces as per usual. But it's nothing like this. So Fun Kingdom, Catacombs Procession is always like a power thing, and then we had a lot of other help. Some of these pieces were probably not like necessary to do. Like probably Catacombs Ironworks Procession is probably sufficient in almost all cases, but the island helps a fair bit, and then the other things do some nice work as well. So hope you enjoyed this kingdom. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Let's look at the